Today I am here with chapter 11, that is reproduction in plants. In the previous video you have read about the vegetative propagation. That means what is vegetative propagation, what are the different types, natural and artificial, and vegetative propagation through a stem like tuber formation in potato, rhizome in ginger and turmeric. That means how they reproduce through this and in onion bulb formation. Now in this video we will read about the vegetative propagation through roots and leaves. So let's start first through root. So actually that means the vegetative propagation through root. In the process, new plants that grow out of the modified roots, and that modified roots are called tubers. And that means in fact in some plant species, root develops a special structure that is called adventitious bud. These buds grow and form new plants under the right condition. Example is sweet potato, dahlia, and these that means sprouts can be separated from the parent plant, and when planted in other areas, new plants are formed. So this is the method of vegetative propagation through root. Now let's see some diagram so that it should be clear to you. So this is the diagram of the sweet potato from which bud is arise, and after sometimes what happens, new shoots are formed from that adventitious bud and swollen root that just act as a storage structure. That means it stored the food. In dahlia also, that means new buds are arises from the same manners as in sweet potato. And in some other cases also like guava, etc. Now the next method of the vegetative propagation through leaves. Actually some plants like begonia and bryophyllum, they reproduce through leaves. So this is a form of asexual reproduction in which new plants grow from the buds growing on the margin of the leaves. These buds are reproductive in nature, and when they fall on the ground, they germinate and form a new plants. So this should be clear from the diagram. So first see the diagram of the bryophyllum leaves, in which buds are arises from the margin of the leaves, and later on a small, that means saplings, a small plants that is grown from that buds, and later on it may converted into the, that means new plants. Next, begonia. A particular group of begonias called the rex begonias propagate themselves through leaf cuttings. Unlike other plants that use a specific stem portions for reproduction, the rex begonia uses its leaf veins to create new plantlets. Next, that means this should be clear from the diagram. You can see here, this is the veins from which buds are arises. Okay, thank you. In our next video, we will read about the artificial vegetative propagation. That means layering, stem cutting, grafting, etc. Okay. So thank you. Whatever the topic that is discussed, that should be clear to you.